Hi, this is part three of my personal development plan. And in doing so, there was a lot of adjustments that I had to make because our team, the people that work around me, adjusted and changed quite a bit. Um, Most of our old employees have left. We have one new director who replaced our old director. And so I had to focus a lot of this personal development around those changes as far as my goals with emotional resilience that I'd mentioned before. And I feel like I did a much better job about planning my personal time, which seemed like a simple goal at the beginning, but actually was my favorite goal that I set. I was able to learn a lot of new skills like meditation, kung fu, and other fulfilling activities that allowed me to enjoy my time better. And actually really filled my energy more, and so I was able to roll with the stresses on a day-to-day basis much easier than normal. And I planned a trip at the end where I was able to take one of the company's investors out and to see Brazil. And going on this trip, I was much more resilient to the stress that came along. And while in the past I might have gotten stressed out in a lot of these situations, in this case, I actually had no moments where I feel like I was emotionally distraught or beyond reasonable frame of mind. So I think that was a very successful goal. A goal that didn't go as well was my gratitude journal. However, I had to transform that. I didn't just abandon it. I made a goal to discuss things that I'm grateful for and not complain to the people around me. And I started tracking that every week. And by tracking that every week, I was thinking about it every day because I wanted to have a good score at the end of the week. So that helped me to have much more positivity in my conversations. And the other point that I mentioned about my communication that was quite interesting is that normally I'll verbally communicate with someone and then I'll have a written follow up. And while that was it's good in a high work ethic culture, I think here it didn't have the effect that I wanted it to, and should have been more persistent rather than just one of each and then I'm going to hold you accountable. That wasn't effective because, frankly, most people just don't read what I wrote and send them. And so it's better to have more verbal communication with them in order to have stronger follow up. So instead of being a motivating piece, it was more like condemning them because, oh yeah, it was sent that one time, but people just don't have a habit to refer to that. And so that was an interesting result, but I still feel like I was able to dial into the communication method that was most effective, which is verbal. So I think most of these goals evolved quite a bit as did our work and our team. And it really allowed me to grow and understand how to better, confront the emotional challenges of such an experience and the cultural challenges as well.